Welcome back, everyone. It's February 18th, 1942, and another turn in our struggle against the Empire of Japan. Let's see what this turn has in store for us. Well, naval combat action. We have two sub-chasers. These are big cruiser-sized sub-chasers with large guns on them. Against four of my fast French destroyers. This could go either way, and it looks like it's not necessarily going to go well for us.
Hello,
as
you
Vaudan...
fighting orphans of the Pacific. This is your favorite enemy, Orphan Anne, at Radio
Yes,
Tokyo.
my favorite enemy.
With music to lift your spirits and words to depress your morale. But first, Imperial General Headquarters announced today that the Imperial Navy has achieved another great victory near Rabaul, with the sinking of 2 carriers, a battleship, and numerous cruisers and destroyers.
Or they put a shell in the bow bomb. Hate Orphan Anne. Wish there was a toggle just to mute her. Some night bombing here in China. So what was going on with those destroyers? So we were trying to do a little naval bombardment there of Rabaul, but we were stopped. Oh, night naval attack too. We were stopped by the sub-chasers there. Oh, and they still get through to make the bombardment. That surprises me. Very low moonlight tonight, so we're probably not going to do a whole lot of damage. But we do destroy a few planes on the ground, and do a few runway hits, but more importantly, we destroy and damage some planes. I actually have 2 separate destroyer groups going in. 4 destroyers each, I believe. Yeah, and destroy some more planes, few zeros, Betty, a few more runway hits. Nothing major, but every little bit counts. He's attacking Bataan Island, which is north of Luzon. Usually one of the first bases that's taken. And we're on to the AM airface. Your 697s sweeping some Oscars to no effect. Betty's bomb Manila. They do some pretty good runway damage there. Sweeping over Singapore. But they lose a 0 and we do not lose any planes, so that's good to see. Probably won't happen again that way. Inconclusive there. I'm trying to do some bombing here next to Cyan in this open hex, but he does have good cap of 0s here. It looks, however, my H-81A3s do good work and fight through, destroying 2 0s. Normally do a little damage on the ground there. Another 0 sweep, and another 0 destroyed. Fighters are doing good work today. Already onto the PM airface, so not a lot of combat going on in the air. That suits me just fine right now. Does bomb me here in the hills and east of Cyan. Betties continue to go after Bataan, just doing a little damage to prevent me from building forts. And that's it for the airface. Again, pretty short turn. Another deliberate attack at Singapore. Let's see how this goes for us. Let's see how this goes. Probably pretty badly. He has, again, a lot of AV in this hex. And I do not. It's pretty beat up. Pretty beat up by now. Still in the bombardment phase of the combat phase. I've said it in my other videos, but ground combat can be so tedious. I really wish that it was a little bit faster or a little bit more visually interesting. Because watching this, it's pretty boring, right? I see some of my forces kind of evaporating. Some of his divisions taking some damage as well, though. See who comes out on top here. He lowers my forts again. Or if he takes the whole thing. I don't think he will this turn. It's possible, but I think it'll take at least another attack. Very long combat phase, but that's because we have a lot of troops here, both of us. And another one of mine is destroyed. Really down to almost no AV at all. Another one of mine is destroyed. So I've lost at least 2 units destroyed. Takes a little more damage there. And it looks like the ending bombardment phase. So it was a 1-1. He does lower the fortifications to 2. Painful for both of us. Looks like a little more painful for me in destroyed combat squads, destroyed non-combat squads. Lots of guns lost. Lots of vehicles lost. And yeah, 2 of my units destroyed completely with that attack. So only a matter of time before Singapore falls. That's okay. It's the way it goes. You, as an allied player, you know you're probably not going to hold Singapore. You know, if I really wanted to, I probably could have stuffed it with more AV and held it. It almost seems like it's almost a waste, because then you have all this AV just kind of pinned up at Singapore. Can't really do anything. Eventually it's going to take the bases around it, and you're just kind of trapped there. And so I'd have all this AV just sitting at Singapore. Yes, it would deny him the base, but it's not like Palembang or Sarajevo don't also have good ports, and Sarajevo has a great repair port as well. So it's not necessary for him to take. So it's not something that I feel like I have to waste another couple thousand AV on. Singapore will fall, we'll buy out the units that we want, and we'll move on. Just like Bataan may fall. He's doing a deliberate attack here. Just like Singapore, I'm really down to fumes at Bataan. Whereas he still has some healthy units here, though some seem to be fading a little bit. We're on to the end bombardment phase. So 1-1 does reduce fortifications to 3. Again, more painful for me as far as destroyed squads, though he has more disabled. Lots of non-combat losses for me. Lots of gun losses, too. And vehicles. Look at those 54 vehicles destroyed. Yeah, that hurts. His next attack will probably go even better than this one. And deliberate attack at Manila. It's a trend here. 6th Tank Division. It's going to add a lot of hard AV oomph to this attack. And I don't have a lot here that can really fight against that. any good counters to that hard AV. Guards Division takes it on the chin a little bit. A lot of these Japanese regiments are, but then mine aren't in the greatest shape either. 1-to-1 reduces to 1. Almost pretty even in losses, though. Man, I lose a lot of guns there. I lose more non-combat as well, but he loses some vehicles, and a few more destroyed squads, and a lot more disabled squads. So, but I probably lose a larger percentage of my AV than he did, so there's a better chance of him getting a, say, a 2-to-1 attack. And honestly, if he had shock attacked, he would have gotten a 2-to-1, and I would have been in even more trouble. Deliberate attack on this unit near Nanning, and it takes a lot of damage, but we're just trying to get out of this area where I'm kind of trapped behind enemy lines and make it out to where this unit could be useful again. He has made it to my blocking position south of Quyang. This is, I believe, jungle rough terrain or ×3 terrain of some sort. Maybe it's just wooded rough. Anyway, it's a good defensive position. We'll see if I can hold here for the time being. Listen, we're going to find out. So I don't have a lot of core here. He does have some really good divisions. And he has a lot of artillery that he's brought with him. My troops are definitely taking some damage here. We may not hold here. I guess we do. So it was a 1-to-3. That's good. His losses aren't that bad. 127 disabled, whereas I lose more squads. But for now we hold, so that's great. Takes Bataan Island. I think that's going to be it for a turn. So nothing super momentous, though he's definitely making progress at Manila, at Singapore, at Clark Field, excuse me, at Bataan, and also in China. So definitely some problems on the ground, but for the most part we're doing okay as the Allies. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and you folks have a great day. Take care.